crew members operating the shuttle's robotic arm to have a good view of what they're doing inside the shuttle's cargo bay.
And Houston, here comes flight day highlights. And we have some, this is Ricky, and this is post-MECO yesterday, down on the mid-deck. And you should see an image of John and Koichi just after we unstrapped.
Thanks a lot.
From there, I took the camera on up to the flight deck and had a look at the guys there, and there was smiles all around.
That's awesome.
There you have me my first couple of minutes, just trying to get out of my seat and get used to things. And here we have Mr. Antonelli. Ricky managed to capture my best side, and then finally I turned around and looked at the camera. We were a little bit busy getting through the checklist. It seemed to happen a little bit faster up here than it does in the sim. And here's the boss. Yeah, everyone did just great on their first day in orbit here, and we couldn't have been happier with the way everyone felt and how good we jumped into the post-insertion. It really went well. Okay, and here we are during the desoup process. There's a lot going on in the mid-deck. We had a real peaceful ride uphill, and then we leap into action, and the bags are flying around, and we're unsuiting people and stowing the seats and turning our rocket ship into an orbiter. Okay, here we see the Ohms burn start. And in a few seconds, and we're changing the, this is the Ohms burn, and it was like as if I was in an earthquake in Tokyo. And here we are in the flight deck. Swanee and Joe are working on. Right then, we were opening up the payload bay doors. I hope you get to see a little picture of the first bit of sunlight we saw coming through the aft window there. It's the starboard door opening up right now.
A little tough to see with it being so bright outside. It was very bright sun and dark inside. It's a great view, though, to see the Earth from that side. Saw the RCS jet firing on that there, and we're back to the commander.
We were real happy to be able to do this. I exchanged name tags for Tony. Took his naval aviator wings and replaced them with naval astronaut aviator wings. So it was really, I was really honored to be able to do that little presentation for Tony.
All right, it ended up being a long first day. We got through everything, but we got out of our suits and changed and just finishing up the last things we need to do before we get to bed on the first day.
Keeping track of the timeline, as I said before, I couldn't have been happier with the way everyone responded after we got to orbit. Those first 4 or 5 hours are very busy, and actually it looks like now we've got the SC1 burn lighting up at this point. So nice shot out the back window.
If you look closer, you can see the tail start to glow red there. And we're putting up some computers, got to get the network going. That keeps us running. And you can lose things very easily.
Tony and I are getting ready here to get the arm powered up and in config. We had a long day today, so last night, toward the end of our day, just checking it out, making sure everything's working properly. It was really nice to get our hands finally on that robotic arm, and it behaved just as advertised.
That's a great shot there. First thing in the morning, the hair's looking good, but before we go to sleep, we power a lot of things down. So first thing in the morning was getting the cameras up and running and getting ready for the long survey that we had today. So it was get up and right back to work again.
Just working on some of the computers this morning, getting them all running again too. They all went fine. They're working great. I'm glad. We're really happy that they are. Thanks to all the folks helping us out there.
And here's a team of 3 happily assembling the ergometer. It's a kind of bicycle we use on the middeck to keep everybody in shape. And it's quite a piece of work to put together. Okay, well, Joe got the cameras up, Swanee got the computers up, and then we use all the network and the cameras, the robotic arm and the boom, and we do our Flight Day 2 inspection. Of course, we were busy today doing the Flight Day 2 inspection, but all that data gets sent down to the ground, and I know there's another big part of the team that'll be down there staying up late tonight analyzing that data, and we sure do appreciate all the work that they put into the whole effort of this.
Okay, here we are. Swanee and I are working on the, together with Ricky, we're working on the EMU checkout in preparation for the spacewalks for this flight.
Yeah, there's not a up or down in space, but there is a forward and back, as you notice here with the comm caps. We went through that. Everything got done well. The suits are good for, and we're all ready for the spacewalks.
Swanee just saved me for putting my comm cap on backwards, and I certainly appreciate it. This is a great opportunity for us to check out and see how the suits were doing, and if we were able to talk to Houston.
Okay, here's some more video. We talked about the day was upstairs was spent with the robotic arm survey. You can see on the right part of the view the robotic arm all the way to the upper right, and then across from the upper right to the middle left is the boom, and then you could see into the payload bay and see the S6. Well, besides the S6 truss, we actually have some other scientific payloads on board, and this is one called vaccine, and I'm activating it's a biological experiment involving salmonella, and I am about to activate one of the canisters. I don't know who this guy is. Here we are in the flight deck, Tony and I and Joe, and also Brewer, we worked, and also John helped on the computers, but they worked on the RMS work for the Flight Day 2 inspection. And here Brew is looking at the clearance. We have pretty good view from all the windows of the shuttle's cockpit, and he was helping us with the clearance monitoring during the Flight Day 2 inspection. Yeah, one thing's kind of nice that we don't, of course, get a chance to train in a sim is what those, particularly those out-the-window views can do for you, the forward window. So those come in very handy, and they bridge a gap of a lot of clearances that you don't necessarily see when you train in the simulator. That was my thinking pose there, and we do have a couple of scientific payload experiments that we're doing, so a couple of questionnaires that we have to fill out, and I'll pass back to Koichi. Okay, Tony on berth the boom, and here, and Tony and I are working to berth the OBSS on the starboard side of the orbiter. We thought Koichi was getting ready to berth that boom, but he had a couple more views of the survey. And here's Koichi and Tony working together near the end of the survey. Survey's over, and now they're getting ready to put that boom to bed. in for the night, and Koichi just did a spectacular job, assisted by Tony there. They knocked it down real quickly.
Yeah, Ricky and I are working on the APDS system. That's a docking system we have on. We're getting it all ready for tomorrow's rendezvous.
I think Brew is focusing in here on the docking ring that we powered up and extended and to get it in position for docking tomorrow, and then we went ahead and powered it down, and we'll bring it back up tomorrow. Looking forward to catching up with Mike and Sandy and Yuri tomorrow.